3 Ways Satan is Deceiving Today's Culture. By Vivian Bricker. Satan is deceiving us in many ways in the present day. It is very common for Satan and his demons to deceive us with his tricks and lies, but it is important that we, as Christians, are able to take our stand against the enemy. By properly understanding how Satan is deceiving us, we will be able to fight against him, his demons, and sin. We can fight against Satan and his lies by putting on the full armor of God, Ephesians 6 verses 10 to 18. So let's prepare ourselves by discussing 3 ways Satan is deceiving today's culture. 1. Accepting false identity. The first way Satan is deceiving today's culture is through a false identity. In the modern day, many individuals are confused about their identity. With the recent movement of transgenderism, many are believing in Satan's deception that they are not the gender God created them. Rather than believing they are a male or female, they believe they are the opposite gender, or they are gender fluid. This goes against God's direct design for man and woman. Each is created beautifully in his image, and he loves both females and males equally. Genesis 1 verse 27. Satan is deceiving the world by trying to promote the idea of a false identity in the name of self-discovery or my truth. Through the promotion and acceptance of transgenderism in the modern day, many are afraid to say anything against it because of fear of being politically incorrect. This lie of Satan needs to end because transgenderism goes against the Bible. If a person is experiencing gender dysmorphia or feels they are the opposite gender of what they are, they need intensive counseling and medical help. Transgenderism is extremely dangerous and can cause more depression, isolation, and a negative self-image. 2. Being your own God. A second way Satan is deceiving today's culture is through the teaching of being your own God. This is extremely common in the modern day. The belief of being your God and doing whatever you want is appealing to most people. Instead of obeying the true God of the Bible, individuals want to be their own God. They want to make their own rules and their own morals. Despite God's ways being perfect, Satan deceives today's culture that it is better to be your own God. Satan deceives the culture that it is better to make your own choice about everything even though our minds are polluted by the sinful flesh. By encouraging bad behavior, Satan tries to cause individuals to disobey God and go against his teachings. By being your own God, the person is tricked to believe that they know the ultimately right thing to do, or they can rationalize sinful behavior as not being as bad. Things such as abortion, lying, or homosexuality can be considered correct if a person becomes their own God. As we can see, being your own God is another lie of Satan that will only cause our soul's downfall. 3. Finding worth outside God. A third way Satan is deceiving today's culture is through believing that your worth comes from things outside of God. Satan tries to deceive us to say that our worth comes from our appearance, our success, or our paycheck. None of these things are an indicator of our worth. Every human being is already worthy and has great worth because of God. Since God created us and loves us, our worth is found in Him. Satan likes to deceive us in today's culture to believe that we are not worthy if we look a certain way, don't own a fancy house, or we are not in a relationship. All of these are lies from the enemy. Sadly, as shallow as it sounds, many individuals judge others based on their appearance. With the toxic cultural aspect of diet culture and the glorification of thin ideal, many are left feeling inferior, ugly, or unwanted because of how they look. This is because Satan is deceiving the culture today to cause problems, pain, and suffering. While everyone is responsible for their own actions, Satan can influence many of these lies, such as through Hollywood, celebrities, and beauty ideals. This can cause terrible damage to a person and cause lasting pain that could result in disorders of body and heart. Satan tries to deceive us in many ways, but we don't have to be the victim of his lies. Put on the full armor of God and refuse to listen to the lies of the enemy. Satan only wants to hurt, kill, and destroy. There is nothing redeeming about his character. He wants to cause the downfall of mankind and cause us to destroy ourselves. Instead of listening to the lies of Satan in today's culture, choose to listen to God. Everything we need to know is in the Bible, and everything written in it is true and fulfilling.